the number 4 player not in the Hall of Fame, Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis absolutely, positively belongs in the Hall, and he belongs in there right now.
This is the most ridiculous exclusion probably of all time. You know, I'll say Tom Flores number 1, Terrell Davis number 2. You cannot tell the story of the 1990s without talking about Terrell Davis.
Here goes Terrell Davis, big hole, TD, still on his feet, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
You got to be really, really, really special to be in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Davis, for the years he played, was special.
And he is a fabulous player. And yeah, you could throw a guy into that Denver offense and get a good performance, but when it was Clinton Portis, it was a great performance. And when it was Terrell Davis, it was a transcendent, historic performance.
What a run by Terrell Davis! How many tackles did he break on that baby? Elway, handoff, Davis into the end zone, touchdown!
I don't want to make it just about that Super Bowl 32, but keep in mind, he barely touched the field in the second quarter, and he went for 158 in that one. But the 158 he put up were man-style kind of yards.
You got to go out and measure him and say, was he the best among his peers? Terrell Davis definitely was. It's a crime against football to not have Terrell Davis in the Hall of Fame.
He ran right when the Broncos had basically invented their version of the zone blocking scheme. And you look, there were some gigantic holes.
Not to take anything away from Terrell Davis, that blocking scheme in that line was also pretty good.
That thing was blocked so well by the left side of the offensive line.
Terrell Davis, a very good player. In my mind, not a Hall of Famer because of how good that offensive line was for him during that time.
Terrell Davis, look at when he's playing. He's playing with Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Jerome Bettis, Curtis Martin, and so on are in the league at that time, and he is unquestionably, for a 3-year period, the best of them.
He was one of the best running backs of his era. There is no way that you can keep him out of the Hall of Fame. If it's come down to something where you're like, he didn't play long enough, why is Gale Sayers in the Hall of Fame?
Gale Sayers is the prime example. We all know how great Gale Sayers was in the short time in which he played in the National Football League. He tore his ACL, never played again. He's in the Hall of Fame. To me, Terrell Davis belongs in the Hall of Fame because of what he accomplished in the time that he played.
That window that Terrell Davis put up, like I say, for about 3 years, is as dominant a run as we've seen since probably Earl Campbell.
But longevity, I think, is part of it, unless you have a player like Jim Brown or Gale Sayers. As good as TD was, he's not Jim Brown or Gale Sayers, obviously. It's not like I'm breaking news here.
So he hurt his knee and he didn't play for 12 years. Give him a gold jacket already. It's ridiculous.